Hey guys, it's Amelia. I have not posted a video in probably at least 5 months or longer. I think I last posted in like October or November. Maybe in quarantine I'll make videos. I really don't know what I would make them about because I like want to do vlog type videos, but I'm like too embarrassed to film in public or in front of people. It kind of like defeats the purpose of the whole thing, and now I can't even go outside. I don't know. If there's any like story time videos I'll think of, I'll try to make them for you. Just like sit down videos because that's like all I've made so far. Although I want to like maybe get into vlogs. I feel like they're like super fun ways to keep memories other than pictures and like short videos. Actually have like someone like telling you what's happening, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe that's something I'll never start. Maybe it's something I will. Anyway, today's video is going to be a reflection on my freshman year at UW. Due to the current situation, high school seniors cannot tour the colleges that they're considering, which is super unfortunate and like definitely makes the decision way harder because you can't even visit and like see if you like the environment on campus. I thought that I would at least make this video. Hopefully it helps someone out. I'm gonna try to go through the year from beginning to end, talk about general things that I felt throughout the year. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below because I definitely will miss certain things. Let's just get started. If you watch like my previous videos that are on my channel, you know that I wasn't really excited to come to UW. It's my only in-state option because obviously like out of state is super expensive, and none of the schools that I would have been paying out of state tuition for really were like worth it to me. So I ended up choosing UW. Kind of settling, but like obviously I knew it wasn't a bad school. I knew it wasn't exactly what I wanted in a university, just like based on mainly location. I had like pretty much everything else. I knew I had like everything that I wanted, like besides being in Washington. I live like pretty close, so I kind of wanted to like go somewhere with like different weather, like a different vibe. You know, I just wanted to like go to a different state. That didn't happen. So going into UW, initially I was like really not excited, but as summer went on, I got like more excited. You know, I went to like my orientation and stuff. And I'm not gonna really talk about that too much. 2 days long, they were both like kind of long days. We just walked around campus. We had like a group leader. Personally, I made like one friend in there that I kind of talked to still. Overall, I didn't really like make long-lasting friends because I knew like I'd only see them for like those 2 days, and then we'd like all split up once the school year actually started. Orientation was pretty easy. We like registered for classes. I recommend obviously picking an orientation day. The earliest you can get in classes will not be full. Chose my day based on when my friend was doing it. Barely saw hers, so but it was fine. I ended up with the classes that I wanted and I liked them. It ended up being okay. If you have like a late orientation date, don't worry about it. I came to UW in September. I rushed to join a sorority. I didn't end up joining. I can make another video about that if you want. Yeah, UW is like super different compared to other schools where you live in the sorority house freshman year. So you like go through the whole rush process, and then on bid day you move into the house. Everywhere else you live in a dorm, and like you can still join a sorority, you just like don't live in the house. You would like go for meetings, but you wouldn't have all your stuff there. At UW, if you're rushing, you don't sign up for a dorm because you assume that you're gonna like live in a sorority house or a whatever, frat house if you're a guy. I did not register to like dorm because you're literally not allowed to. Application will be canceled if you sign up for recruitment. I rushed, and then I didn't end up joining, which sucked. Then didn't know how that worked because obviously I didn't plan on living in the house. I had not like researched what happens if you don't join a chapter. If you like live close, you can commute for I guess the whole year. You can commute and like wait until you get assigned a dorm, or you can do temporary housing, which is what I did. First, I didn't have a car, so I just like wanted to live on campus so that I could like meet people at the beginning of the year. I didn't want to have to like worry about going home and all that stuff. For temporary housing, we were in Hansey Hall, which is like one of the oldest dorms, and it was not cute. It's like the 24/7 quiet hour building, and it has like singles, so it's a ton of introverts, at least on like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor. But for temporary housing on the 1st floor, I was in a room with like 10 other people. Kind of like an orphanage, I guess. All the other girls in the room had also dropped rush, so we all like at least had that in common. I thought I was gonna hate it. I really liked the girls that I lived with. I didn't really stay good friends with like all of them, but for the time that we did live together, we had a good time. We like would go to movies together, or we'd like be like, oh, who wants to go to lunch? And since you had like 10 roommates, there's usually someone that would want to go with you. It's like a nice way to like meet people. So that was my like temporary living situation. What sucked about it was first, like you don't really have any private space, and also in Hansey all the showers are like on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors. I was on the 1st floor, so basically if you wanted to shower you had to go up to the shower, taking the stairs to the elevator, which was super slow because of the old building, and you had to like take shower caddy and the robe or your change of clothes there. The bathrooms were like not cute. There was like a weird like bathtub in the bathroom. I don't understand why. Other than that, I didn't mind people. The facility actually was like nicer than I expected. Since the building was super old, it got really cold at night. Like the heater didn't work. But other than that, I didn't really have a problem. For temporary housing, you don't leave all at the same time. Like one person at a time would leave. You get an email one day like, oh, you've been assigned permanent dorm for the rest of the year. You have to move like this weekend. I never really knew when I was gonna move out. People would be like, oh, how long will you be there? I'm like, I don't know, they'll just tell me. I think that's all I have to say about the temporary housing. It was in North Campus. North and West Campus dorms pretty far apart. Like I think walking from like North Campus to West is like 15 or 20 minutes. I would like visit my friend in West Campus sometimes and I have to walk back at night. That was not fun. Usually I would have to call night walk, having a police officer walk with you, because obviously you don't want to be alone at night, especially if you're a female. Also during rush, I stayed on campus. Rush is before classes. I don't know how it works at other schools, but typically rush is like in the beginning of September. It started on like September 6th and then classes started on the 25th. You could either commute during rush week and then move into your house on bid day, or you can stay in a dorm at UW, like if you live far away or if you just want to meet people quickly and then move into the house on bid day. I stayed on campus, so I had like a roommate from California. She was nice. We didn't stay friends really, but I feel like it would have been pretty similar if I had like stayed on campus versus commuted. I didn't have to wake up as early to like get there on time, but other than that, I don't know. I probably would have rather stayed home. I made like a few friends. Overall, I feel like during rush week I was just like in my dorm alone, because everyone's schedule's obviously different with like different houses and stuff. Okay, about game days, I did go to a couple of football games. I wasn't like super into it. I got like the dog pack ticket bundle, and I definitely recommend doing that. Even if you don't go to the games, you can probably sell your ticket, make a profit. I don't know if that's like technically legal, but I know a lot of people did that. They can make money that they had paid on the pack. Games were pretty fun, but I feel like most people didn't stay the whole time or even go at all. They would just like pregame. If you're like rushing, you like you're on campus before everyone else. So once everyone like has moved into the dorms, there's like a week before classes called dog days. I went to like a good amount of dog days events, and I would say that they were pretty fun. The ones that I went to, at least, I didn't meet that many people there. People had like friend groups that they went with, but I feel like if you want to meet people and you like talk to them, everyone's gonna be like super friendly. Well, everyone's like new and they are nervous. That's like the time when you're gonna make the most friends. If you like literally know no one. Also, there's no classes. You don't have to stress out about homework and stuff. I really can't say like what it's like during the first week of classes in the dorms. By that time, I had moved into my temporary housing, already like in close quarters with a ton of people. Wasn't in like the like traditional dorms, but I did visit my friends that were in the traditional dorms and I hung out with them. Like at least the first week, a lot of people had their doors open, but after that, after the first couple weeks, like people stopped doing that and they kind of just like kept to themselves. Most people definitely like made their good friends early on. It definitely would have been friendly if you would talk to them after that, but it's just like different. Like they've already established their friend group. Dog days was fun. Definitely recommend going to at least 1 or 2 events just to like see what it's like. Personally, I found them like kind of cheesy, but I don't know, some people really enjoy them. There's like ones that are just like on campus, so you can like get acclimated to the different buildings and different like parts of campus, but there's also ones that just go to like on buses and explore Seattle. Super fun as well. If you've never been, or you can like explore with your new friends. I made my friends in like 2 ways. First way was like I knew it was like one of my really good friends from high school, and she had like, random roommates. I was friends with my roommates, like my temporary housing roommate, but I obviously hung out with her a lot as well. And then like I found that we were all like really similar, so we became like a little like friend group, which is probably like my best friends at college. Super happy that I met them. I don't know what I would have done without them. I would have been so lonely. At the beginning of the year, I would like walk over and hang out with them, and sometimes I would sleep on their floor because I didn't want to walk back at like midnight. So the first week of class was not that overwhelming. People say that you're supposed to walk to your classes before they actually start so you know where you're going. I didn't do that. I've never done that. Just like leave early enough on the first day. First quarter, I had an 8:30 like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 9:30 on Friday, so I never really got to sleep in. At first, I was like really upset about that, but I found that it was super helpful because it forced me to wake up early, and after that I didn't want to go back to bed. I know some people like took naps. During the week, I rarely took naps. I was like super motivated. I liked having my weekends free, so I would try to do all my schoolwork that was like due during the week, and then that was due like the next Monday. Try to do that all during the week, have weekends free. I feel like I was like very highly motivated. At least like first quarter and even second quarter, I was like pretty motivated, but also made me have a lot of free time on the weekends. I didn't really have anything to do. People just did homework or chilled on campus, which gets kind of boring. Although I feel like that's not my own fault, because I know like in college towns, like there's really nothing to do on weekends. In Seattle, there's like always something going on, so I could have just looked for something to do, but I didn't. That's my own fault, because in high school I was like really big procrastinator, and so far in college I've been really motivated. I have not procrastinated much. It's just like a mindset thing. I feel really motivated on campus, which is why I don't think I could commute to school, because I live close enough that I could. Like in my dorm, I'm like very motivated. Like I like feel like I'm at school still. Try to stay motivated. Easier said than done. Personally, being on campus overall, like the environment made me motivated. On the first week of class, like Monday through Thursday I just had lecture and they were all like really big classes. I know that I took a FIG. You're gonna learn if you go to UW. I was very confused about what it was, but I still signed up for my first year interest group. Like a cluster of classes. A normal workload I guess is to take 3 classes and like 15 credits. A FIG is like a 12 credit first quarter, which is like nice if you like want to take it kind of slow. You take like 2 regular classes and then you have a small class once a week. You meet with a small group and you like explore the campus resources, and that class is like 25 people. It's like really small. You have like a seminar, which is like depends on what your big theme is. Mine was like pre-health. Normal classes were like chemistry and nutrition, and then I had resources class, and then my seminar was a pre-health seminar, which honestly was not helpful at all, but it was an easy 1 credit class. I definitely recommend taking a FIG though. Your lectures and your quiz sections are all the same people. You have like familiar faces for the first quarter, and you can like ask people because you know that they're taking all the same classes as you. And that's how I met some of my other friends that I made this year. I met them in my chemistry quiz section. The first week we did like a group, and I asked them, since we had like all the same classes, we were like, oh, we can just get each other's contact information, and then we like hung out and got together in classes, and then we like went out and did stuff for fun as well. The first week though I had like a bunch of like big classes until Friday, and so I was like, wow, I've made like no friends, I've talked to no one. But then on Friday is when I had my quiz sections, which are like smaller classes, 25 people. That's when like I met like and had more familiar faces, and where I met my friends. Overall though, I think like first quarter was pretty easy, especially because I did the FIG. That was really nice. Also I had like nothing to do on the weekends, and I feel like I finished my work really early. So yeah, I was in temporary housing and I stayed there for about like a month and a half. I feel like I moved, I don't remember when I moved, I'm gonna check. So I moved into my like temporary dorm right after I had finished Rush, September 14th. Then I moved out of my temporary dorm October 18th. So I was there for about a month. I moved to my permanent dorm pretty quickly. Thankfully, I don't know how this happened, but like they just place you where they have room. But I got placed in a dorm building with all my friends. My friends that I had met, like high school friends, they lived in the same dorm as me, and as well, and my FIG friends also lived in the same dorm as me. Like we were all in the same area. That was super nice. I had like a random roommate once I had moved. Some of my friends that I like know in person have asked me about dorms and stuff, and I really can't give them like too much insight because I literally got randomly assigned all of my roommates. Like I got randomly assigned my roommate during rush week, in my temporary housing, and in my permanent dorm. And my roommate in my permanent dorm, she was very clean and organized, and so was I. We didn't like have issues. We just like weren't really friends. Like we didn't talk very much. The dorm that I moved into was Maple Hall, which is on West Campus. West Campus, in my opinion, is like more the nice like new dorms as a market, which is super nice. Like the main thing that I don't like about West Campus is that it's like among streets. Like there's cars that drive by the buildings, crosswalks that you have to take like 5 crosswalks to like walk anywhere, which is annoying. I'd rather just walk and like not worry about getting run over. North Campus doesn't have cars driving by that much, and you can like walk super easily. On West Campus there's a ton of like cars. It's closer to the Ave. You can get food that's not campus food. The dorm food is not good. I found that like you get the hang of campus like super easily. Like you can tour campuses. I toured a lot of campuses, but I don't remember anything. I found that to be the case with like pretty much everything I've ever done, like high school and college. Like when I took tours I was like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna remember this. You definitely like learn the campus once you like experience it, and you have to walk to classes every day. When you switch classes, you like go to different parts of campus. I wasn't like much of a partier, so I don't really have insight on that. I just know that North Campus is closer to Greek Row. Like you can walk there super easily, but West Campus, like it's a far walk, especially at night. Like I know on Halloween the buses were packed. People were trying to go party. Definitely take buses because you get like a free Orca card or like U-Pass when you are like a full-time student at UW Seattle. Especially if you have like a far class, you could just most likely a bus. Just use Google Maps and take the bus. It's super easy. I like walked to class a lot at the beginning of fall quarter, but then my friends were like, oh, we never walk, we take the bus, and now I'm like relying on the bus. That's all I have to say about fall quarter. A lot to acclimate to, but I feel like I got the hang of like friends and campus and classes pretty well during fall quarter. And then over winter break I went back to my summer job, and I was like, oh, I'm only gonna stay for winter break, but I ended up like staying till now. Like I still work there. Like I said before, I had nothing to do on the weekends. I work on the weekends. Yeah, starting winter quarter I went to new classes. It was kind of different for me. I was actually taking like 3 like real classes, but I found that like the workload was still pretty easy. I took like a second chemistry class, psychology, and this like human development class. We're all like relatively, besides chemistry, the other 2 were like relatively simple. Yeah, winter quarter, it was dead. Oh, for the weather. So I'm from the Seattle area, so I'm used to this like overcast weather that we have. Not saying that I like it, I'm used to it. That's part of why I wanted to go far away, because I wanted to go somewhere sunny. I had to deal with another Washington winter. Fall is really pretty, but winter is really really hard to get up in the morning, like so cold, no one is in the mood. I definitely think that winter quarter is the hardest to get through because the weather is not fun. It's in the middle of the year, not exciting at all. So yeah, winter quarter, obviously it got cut short. Week 10, we stopped having classes in person. Spring quarter is now online. Don't have much input on that so far. I don't really like this online thing. I find it very hard to be motivated here in my room. Just in general, I wrote down some things I want to talk about. The dorm food. UW's food is not like known for being like bad or like good. It's just like mediocre. I'm a very picky eater, so for me it's like really bad because I don't like anything that they have on campus. I have so much money. You can change your dining hall plan each quarter, but the first quarter I got like just 5 levels, so there's like level 1 through 5. All my friends got level 1 because they're like, you can add money but you can't like get it back if you put in too much. I wanted to get level 1, but my mom insisted that I got level 3. Didn't use all the money. The dorm food is really bad, so I don't like eat that much there. Now that I'm not there for spring quarter, I literally have like $700 in dining hall money that I will never get to spend. It expires at the end of the year. Like, it will roll over for the quarter, but it expires at the end of the year. Super annoying because I literally have so much money that I'm losing. Like, start with level 1 and then like add more money if you need to. I know they're building new dorms like right now, so right now only West Campus has like a market where you can buy like ingredients to make food, but North Campus is getting one. Right now North Campus only has a snack, like a basically convenience shop, like a gas station shop, so it has like chips and candy. They don't really have like pasta or fruit or anything, which West Campus does have right now. They're building a new dorm that will have a market, so they'll be equal. Overall, the dining hall itself though, they are pretty much the same. For some reason North Campus is a little bit better. Take that with what you will. I think the only old dorms that are going to be left after this year are going to be McMahon and Hansey. They're tearing down Haggett, which is like a really weird dorm that has like hexagon shaped rooms. I don't know who thought of that. The environment overall on campus, it's okay. Like, I feel like I said already that people were like really friendly first week, but after that they kind of have established their friend group and they don't really want to talk to new people as much. Like, their doors are closed. I visit my friend at Seattle Pacific University, like a really small school. Like, their dorm rooms were all open. They all knew each other. People seemed more friendly there. I don't know. I wanted to come to a big school. This is what I asked for, I guess. Activities. So on campus there's like a ton of clubs, obviously. And off campus, I really like that. I did not want to go to college in a college town because while I feel like it's cute, like, you get tired of activities really quickly because like they're just the same and people just end up partying a lot because there's nothing else to do. I really like being in a city, even if it is Seattle. Like, Seattle's not my favorite. It is nice because there's so many opportunities, like career-wise and like socially. One more thing that I'm gonna say though is like majors at UW are kind of annoying. I'm like a nursing major, like I'm a pre-major, so I have to apply to the nursing school next winter, so like winter of your sophomore year. A lot of people are admitted as like a pre-major, meaning that they're not guaranteed to get into like what they want, which means that if you apply to your major and you don't get it, you either have to like change your major or like transfer schools. It's really unfortunate. I know some people get directly admitted, but most people it's just a pre-major. If you're like anthropology or something, I think it's like open. There are majors that like don't have a capacity constraint. A lot of them do. STEM majors are really competitive, just a warning. Overall, I think I had a pretty good year. I still am not sure if I am totally about UW. I like it more than I did at the beginning of the year, like rush, like not working out and moving a bunch of times. I was really unhappy and I was just like, wow, I'm not meant to be here. I don't like it. I feel like it just was like pretty good. At the beginning of the year I was like, oh, I'm definitely transferring, like I don't want to stay here all 4 years. It's kind of still the case. Still don't really want to go to UW for like all 4 years. Even if I could, like I might want to go to like nursing school somewhere else and I might have to. I still am like pretty anti like Washington. It's not like going to UW has been like made me like realize that I love it here and that I don't want to leave. I still do want to leave. It hasn't sucked as much as I thought and it hasn't sucked as much as it did in the beginning. It definitely got better for me. Like, I made like really good friends that I do miss now that I can't see them anymore. Like, I miss being on campus. It's kind of surprising. Like, it sucks that like coronavirus happened in like springtime. That's supposed to be everyone's favorite quarter when it's finally nice outside and now we can't even be there. I think that's all I have to say. But if you have any questions for me, like please comment them down below. I'm happy to answer any of them. Definitely things that I left out. This is already probably kind of a long video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it somewhat helpful. I wish you guys all luck with your college journeys and I will see you guys hopefully sometime sooner than in 5 months.